Hello, ladies and ruffians. I hope you're having a great weekend. So, I'm finally making another video, and this one is about the announcement of Diablo 4. Diablo 4 was announced last Friday on November 1st on BlizzCon. So, very exciting things are happening, finally. And I want to talk about in this video Diablo 4, my likes and my dislikes about what we've seen so far. And I'm going to have the links below. The cinematics, beautiful, no problems. I've never had a problem with Blizzard cinematics. Now the gameplay has a trailer. I'm going to link that below as well so you can look at it. I made a video about a year ago claiming how D4, if it was announced, probably going to be a disappointment. And well, in this video I'm going to tell you how I was wrong and how I was right. So let's talk about my likes of Diablo 4, what I've seen from the gameplay trailer and the people who were playing, some of the streamers, some of the famous YouTubers that are really Diablo guys. So the first thing I saw was the visuals, the graphics. I think it's taken the approach back to the whole dark atmosphere, immersive type of darkness we experienced in Diablo and Diablo 2. So that's really great. I'm really happy to see that it's giving that D2 tone, not the Diablo 3 cartoony, bubbly graphics we saw in Diablo 3. Reapers of Soul improved that on that a little bit, so I'm not knocking it completely. Another thing on the gameplay trailer, we're seeing the combat itself. It just looks more real. The enemies are not flying all over the place. Now I did see when they actually had impact abilities were like knockback. I did see them fly a little bit, but other than that, I saw when you killed an enemy, it fell flat on the floor. It didn't go flying off the screen or space like gravity didn't matter. So I'm happy to see that. There's also a climbing feature in the game that has never been in a Diablo game, and that's new, that's different. So I'm glad to see some new environmental details being placed in Diablo 4. So another feature that I saw, and this is going back to the visuals of the game, if you notice when you watch the gameplay trailer or people who are playing it, the enemies that you fight, the more enemies you kill, probably periodically in a row, the bloodier your character seems to become. So obviously that makes sense, and it's a nice feature. So you're killing a ton of enemies in a period of time where there's a lot going on, and you're in constant combat. Basically, that's the words I'm trying to look for. You're in constant combat, so the bloodier your character becomes. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Automatic gold pickup, something I like from Diablo 3. That was quality of life upgrade. They continue that in this game, D4, where the gold pickup is automatic. You're not picking through your gold. So it saves time, and it was annoying in Diablo and Diablo 2. And the abilities from the combat, I do like. They simplified it versus D3. D3 was more epic, like crazy abilities, like just seemed out of character for a Diablo game, and they toned that down, and you'll see that in the gameplay trailer. So and that's mostly my likes on Diablo 4. So in my previous video, I mentioned that Diablo 4 was going to be disappointing because they go back to that D3 graphic style, and while it's not exactly the same like D3, it is a lot better, and the tone is a lot better, the immersiveness, even the character select screen, going back to that campfire, that's huge, you know. So I'm excited for that. Now let's go into D4 dislikes. I'm going to try to keep this video relatively short. My dislikes of D4, my previous video, I said about itemization. it looks worse than Diablo 3 itemization, which is incredibly concerning. I'm going to link a few videos down below who are to people who are more in depth about this than I am. Basically, what the Diablo devs are doing, they're dumbing down the itemization of the game even further, just adding attack and defense instead of maybe enhanced defense or increased attack speed, and it just really I think it's a shot at, like, I understand trying to introduce casual people into the game, which is fine, but it's really dumbing down the game even further, and that's not something people who are big ARPGers are going to look at, and they're not going to stay with the game. So that's going to be very important for Blizzard to figure out itemization. There's a lot of feedback going around, and I'll try to link some people who are very involved with that below, so you get a more understanding of what's going on with that. So another thing I disliked about it is the skill tree. They need work. Bottom line, there's not enough there for us to have more choices, so we can build our character all crazy, get more builds out of things. And another thing with skill trees is that they eventually said everything will be unlocked. So what's the point? What's the point of having skill trees? Everything's going to be unlocked anyway. I don't like that. If you see this skill tree in the gameplay trailer, there should be like 2 more pages of that skill tree, instead of just 1. So they need to do a better job at that. Inventory spaces. Now, I always like the idea of having inventory spaces, like chess piece would cover 4 spaces of inventory. In the gameplay, it's only 1 space. No matter how big the chest or the sword is, it's 1 space. I don't like that. I think you're diminishing a layer from the game in order to, hey, I can only carry so much here because I have a big shield or a big sword. Let me get rid of that. And it just, I don't know, it adds a layer to the game that I felt would not be, it just wouldn't be right for inventory space. So hopefully they fix that. Another thing with inventory, the items, the shoulders and belt, they're missing from the game. I hope they bring those back. I like to see those come back. Potions. I looked in as I was looking at the gameplay trailer, and the people were playing the game, potions just seem very overpowered. They seem, I saw a guy, he's almost dead. Put the potion, it was almost like a rejuvenation potion from Diablo 2. It was like instant, and I didn't like that. I'm not a big fan of the whole cooldown potion thing. Just, like I said, I'm more of a Diablo 2 fan. I like the whole put potions in and use your potions, and they're slow to build up. They're not instant, except if you're farming rejuvenation potions. Those are instant, but you have to actually put work into them. So let's continue. Map overlay. I see in the gameplay trailers that the map is on the side of the screen, which covers up some of the things that, I don't know, it just seems that, give me back the D2 map where I press tab, it comes up, okay, I see where I'm going, let me get rid of it real quick, instead of that being permanently there. So give us the overlay map back, and that'd be great. And last but not least, some people won't agree with me. They have the continuation of the max of 4 to a dungeon, to a party. I'm not a big fan of that. How about 5, 6, maybe 6? 8, okay, maybe too much, in today's graphics. But come on, give us like 5 or 6. I got a lot of buddies who want to play this game, and I don't want to leave anybody out. So at least increase that if you can. So, a minor gripe, but those are all the things that I like and dislike about what I saw initially for the trailer and the people who were playing the game. So, thanks for listening to my almost 10-minute video that I promised to be short and wasn't, but I have a lot of passion for this stuff, and I want a good game for Diablo 4 when it comes out. So, alright, later, peace.